Louisiana Beer Reviews, Lagunitas Willetized Coffee Stout aged in rye oak barrels. This is part of the Wood Shop series. It's brewed in the United States by Lagunitas. It's a 2019 edition. This was sent to me by Robert of Southern California. Thank you, Robert. Well, we can get these here at some locations. I haven't seen it around, but my friend David said, look, I've got it. I said, woof. Okay, 12 ounces of malt, hops, yeast, and water. They don't describe what they are on their website. It's 12.4% alcohol, 32 IBUs at the current time. Well, for last year, 2019 vintage. So I think on the website it's saying 12.9, 32 IBUs, but the bottle says 12.4. Well, batches might vary, I guess, one batch to the other. 12.4, though, is still strong. 95 out of 100 on Beer Advocate, world class. 100 out of 100 on Rate Beer. 97 out of 100 for the style, and an 85 on Untapped, which is high for Untapped. Thank you, Robert, for sending this to me. I've never tried this before. I think Lagunitas is one of the top craft brewing companies, craft beer companies in the United States. I've enjoyed pretty much 100% of what I've had from them. There may have been a few that I didn't love, but it hasn't been too many. They've been in Louisiana for about 6 years now. Put in this small snifter here. There's the head building up. You get a dark brown appearance and a beige head of foam. Some little bubbles on the side of the glass. I don't think it's going to leave lacing though. Doesn't look like it's going to. Oak barrel, oak barrel, oak barrel. Oak barrel alert. All right. So you get the whiskey on the nose, the dark, rich malts on the nose, for sure. Now, does it smell wildly different from other bourbon barrel Imperial Stouts I've had? I wouldn't say that. So many good ones. I've had a few that aren't great, but I don't even remember which ones they were. I just can recall that they weren't fabulous, but most have been fabulous. Fabulous. It's got a chocolate flavor. Now, what coffee do they use? I don't know. They don't say. It's from California. Maybe U-Ban. They were selling U-Ban at Walmart over here. I don't think they still have it. That's from Kraft, Heinz Kraft. That's an old California specialty. It's really popular out there in California, U-Ban, but around the rest of the United States, I don't think people know about it. I've had it. I liked it. Yuletide Banquet. That's where the name comes from. U-Ban. Yuletide Banquet is a specialty Christmas coffee from a brewer and got popular, and then Kraft bought it. Just like Maxwell House started at the Maxwell House Hotel, and it got big. And what happens when you get big, like Lagunitas? You get bought. People look at that as a bad thing, like, but it seems like that would be a good thing, that you're successful, so you're an attraction to a buyout, like a very good quarterback. Other teams want him. Why? Because he's good. Okay. Doesn't always work out that way. Some buyouts happen because what? You have struggling brands, and another company thinks we could do something with that brand. They're not handling it right. Okay, so that's another angle. Okay, so rich coffee, chocolate, dark roasted malts. It's almost like a chocolate malt in a way. An underlying whiskey flavor. I've been doing some whiskey infusions. I did infusions with the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. It was very interesting. And I think I'll keep doing that from time to time. What the heck? Why not? May not make the beer better. Don't think it's going to make it worse. Make it different. The body here is not as heavy as I would have first believed. It's high medium, but it's not heavy bodied. It's not thick. People think of stouts, they're always thinking thick, thick. No, no, not always. Sometimes, not always. Is it sweet? Like a cookie? It is. Like chocolate cake almost. It's warming up out here in January. The finish is mostly dry. It's more on the dry side than the sweet side, to tell you the truth. It is really. But it's not really dry. If you want a really dry beer, go get some Bud Light. I always say, that's the driest beer. Well, I guess the driest was Budweiser Dry, Bud Dry, which regretfully left the market 10 years ago. That's it. That's the description. All those things I described. I think I cannot add any more. I don't think I can add more to it because there isn't anything else there. 269th day of 2019. Strange that it would have come here so late. Well, to him in California. Oh, well, he could have. I shouldn't say. He might have been sitting on it for a while before he sent it. So that doesn't make sense for me to say that. I don't know how long it's been in Louisiana. I haven't seen it at Mathurin's. I hadn't seen it at Rouse's. I think my friend David bought it at New Orleans location. But it varies around here. One store will have something, the next store won't. But that's probably everywhere with these specialty beers. Is it 100 out of 100 like Rapier says? I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say it's world class. To me, world class is above 100. In other words, it's better than 100. Like my friend David had, he said, what do you want to review? I said, oh, I don't know. And I looked. I wasn't going to say a word. He said, we're not reviewing that. I said, Black Albert, huh? That's a world-class beer. But then why buy a beer if you're going to drink it? Just keep it in the fridge forever, right? I don't know what you're saying. That's not that uncommon. People buy beers and they can't bear to drink it because then they don't have it anymore. I can understand that, you know, but I drink my beers. Does that mean he can? Does that mean I take issue with him storing beers forever in his beer museum? No, I don't. If it's your property, you can do what you want with it. He has no obligation to share these beers with me. When he does, I appreciate it. But I'm not a pressure person saying, want to review them here? How about that? I don't do that. It's his money. He bought it. People gave some of them to him. So if I had neighbors around here that wanted to try anything that was more exotic than Ice House, I would offer to them, like right there. I'd say, hey, you want to try some? But they wouldn't like it. So. And the lady across the street, I buy her Bud Ice. I'm sorry, I keep saying Bud Ice. She would like it though. She would like that. But I buy her Ice House, and she's like, Ice House, you brought me another 12-pack. It's the pinnacle. And really, if she enjoys drinking that, and it's like primo enjoyment for her, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people would look down on that like, oh, poor lady. Hey, she's snobbish in her own way. She's the same lady that made the comment when her friends drink white Zinfandel. She says, oh, I want to hide at the restaurant because white this is her words, not mine. She says, white Zinfandel is wine for people that don't know how to drink wine. And when she made that statement, I looked at her like, what? I don't want to get in, I don't want to get into all those theories because some people get angry, you know, and they get upset. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's not world class. I don't think it's world class. It's not better than perfect, but it's close to perfect. Now, I'll give it that. This is no joke. This is a serious product. I think now they're saying 95 on Beer Advocate. That's a good score. But I'm going to cut down the middle and say, let's say about 98 out of 100. 98 out of 100. And Lagunitas has the prices. Look at their prices. You can get singles sometimes for $2, $2.50. And then other people got the same size bottles, little stubby neck bottles for $5.99. I'm not going to name any names, any 3-letter abbreviation names. I don't do that much all the time. Exactly. But I could pay $5.99 for a flavored Imperial Stout. Which would not be better than this. It would be as good, but it wouldn't be better. But then, of course, I don't know what the Willetized is. Maybe it is $5.99. I'm going by other prices for Lagunitas beers. They're some of their super dynamite products. Sometimes you see them for outrageously low prices, $1.99. Like, so good, so great, so awesome. All right, enough of that. So it's super enjoyable. Les Bon Temps Relais, a 98 out of 100, an outstanding Imperial Stout, and it's been Willetized. You hear me, Sazerac? You hear me doing this review? You need to do some Pappy Van Winkeletized, and some Rich and Rare Reservatized, and some Buffalo Traceatized, and some Old Charteratized, and some ancient age 10-star atized, and McAfee's benchmark number 8 atized, and so on. Thanks for watching this video production.